Hi, it's good to be with you again. I'm Maggie from Maggie Moon Tarot, and here are the tarot and astrology vibes for the week. This is a week of celebrations. As we begin our week, we're just starting to feel that Venus and Taurus connection. They're finally together again, and Venus, our inner goddess, is in her home sign Taurus. And so it's an emphasis around our home and finding those simple pleasures. They'll continue to be together until May 24th, and Mercury and Venus will be in Taurus for a few weeks. So with these three, communication will play an important role in love and money. Sunday starts our new month of May. All over the world, people are celebrating May Day, Beltane, dancing around the maypole, and other outdoor activities and events, calling in the fairies and the elementals, and celebrating with flowers. The fairies and elementals are especially active during this time, so building a little fairy altar is a way to honor them. And Lily of the Valley, in the language of flowers, signifies return of happiness. And King Charles IX of France was given a bouquet of Lily of the Valley as a lucky charm on May 1st in the 1500s, I think it was 1561, and every year presented them to all the ladies in his court. And in numerology, May is a 5-month. And to calculate, you add the world year of 9 to the month of May of 5, equaling a 14 and reducing to a 5. The energy of the 5 is about fun and adventure, what fits in perfectly with our May Day celebrations. And I like this quote by Edwin Way Teal. The world's favorite season is spring. All things seem possible in May. And the energy might also bring a feeling of restlessness to see and do new things. And we want our independence. It's fast energy, so there's movement. And the vibration of the 5 works well with the media, communication, so get your message out there this month. And in tarot, the Hierophant is key card 5. Often when this card comes up, it asks us to look at non-traditional ways to create or look back at some of our traditions around our ancestors that they may have held and bring into our lives. And then on Tuesday, we have a lovely trine with the Taurus Sun and Jupiter. So there is abundance and good things are on their way. And a few days before the new moon this week, the new moon's on Friday, the balsamic moon time is a mystical time. And that's that introspective period where portals are open and we can receive messages. And I celebrate my anniversary on the 5th, so that's especially sweet for me. And then Friday, the new moon in Taurus rises. It's time to make your new moon wishes. And the new moon is forming a grand trine to the earth signs. So the next 2 weeks after a new moon are the most potent and powerful. So what do we want to manifest and make progress on at this time? Keeping it simple, as Taurus is all about simple abundance and helping us stay grounded as we progress. And for this week's reading, I'm using the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore and Ali Fell, published by Llewellyn Worldwide. I was drawn to read from this deck for 2 reasons. The fabulous Barbara Moore will be a presenter at the Reader's Studio this week in New York City. And since one of my favorite series, Penny Dreadful, the new season, I think it's the 3rd season, airs on May 1st. So steampunk makes its presence known in the show. And this deck has the Victorian fantasy of Jules Verne, Sherry Priest, or Gail Carringer, and what Barbara Moore calls retro tech, or what the past would look like if the future would have happened sooner. So let's begin looking at the energies for the week and break them down. I think the dogs are ready too. They're ready to come in soon. And at the beginning of the week, the 6 of Cups came out. And this, the quote in the companion book for this card is, in the midst of grime and despair, the smallest act of kindness becomes unspeakably beautiful. And this is a card of nostalgia and happy memories. The scene takes place in an obscure part of an industrial town, and where a man takes a cup filled with a bouquet of flowers from the flower stall and offers it to a girl passing by. It's just a brief encounter, but they both know there's something significant in this chance meeting. It's a gift of kindness, time, a gentle touch of hope. We don't know how the story ends, whether they'll meet again or how their lives progress. But there is a feeling of sweetness and trusting that life brings us gifts when we most need it, both to the giver and the receiver, for wherever changed. And can you remember something in your past that made a difference or shifted your feeling about life in a really good way? Whether you were the receiver or the giver. And although we don't romanticize the past or want to go back, memories are good feelings that we can recall to fill our heart and be appreciative of the gifts we received and gave. And when we share memories with each other, it brings back joy with friends and families. And children always love to hear stories that maybe time has erased of their past. So also what came to me when I felt the energy of this card is the collective memory of our ancestors. And sometimes you'll never know the value of something until it becomes a memory. And that quote is by Dr. Seuss. And then midweek, the 9 of Pentacles, or Earth, comes out. And a few key words. The first one is accomplishment. And that's the energy of the vibration of our 9 universal year in numerology. And independence, our 5 universal month. And Pentacles represents the element of Earth. And the lady in this card resembles Eva Green, who plays Vanessa Ives on Penny Dreadful. And her presence embodies both of these energies. And with accomplishment, the quality of discipline comes into play. And practicing until we achieve our goals. The falcon sitting on her arm did not just hop there on the first try. They practiced together, getting to know each other along with trust. And a falcon can assist us with vision, focus, and patience, and also to move to a higher level of mastery and calling it. Anything we desire to manifest. We focus showing up, being the best at what we do. And the astrology for the 9 of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo, and that's a perfect blend of beauty grounded in perfection. And then at the end of the week, the 3 of Pentacles comes out. And in the companion book, it asks, what does it take to create a thing of beauty? And the keys message for this card is about creativity, co-creating with others, advancement in our work. And we see in this card a man looking at his blueprints, advising around structure and support. And a seer is looking at her cards for messages from the divine, so the project will have soul. And the craftswoman, she's putting her creative touches using her hands, so the team can create a thing of beauty in this cathedral. And 3s in this card can represent our own abilities to create a foundation, put our soul into it, and then take action creating what we most want to manifest. And with the 9 of Pentacles, with this card, it can suggest ultimately it's your project, but you can also bring in the advice and support from others. And the 3 vibration is not only about creating, but about communication. And since Mercury is in retrograde, we want to be sure we clearly communicate, specifically about what we desire. And don't be afraid if it's not what you want to speak up and ask for the adjustments that you need. And this can be in our projects, but also in our relationships. And most importantly, with the sun being in Taurus, we must nurture what we want to grow. And the astrology for this card is Mars in Capricorn, that energy that comes from Mars with that focus of Capricorn. They're a fabulous duo. And that, my friends, are the vibes for the week. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to click on the like and subscribe button and share with your friends. And I've included in the About section a link to the Steampunk Tarot and also a link to my website, MaggieMoonTarot.com, if you'd like to stop by, visit, or get a reading. So, until we meet again next week, laugh often, love much, create your own miracles and happiness. Believe in magic, be kind, support each other. Namaste.